Sister Iris's cover-up. After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. How'd you know she's the future head?
Yeah, that's true. Did we actually ever introduce her as Maya Fey?
It doesn't matter. Even if we did, there's a lot of Fays.
That's true.
Bikini did not know Maya was the next head.
That's true. So how would she know?
So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. How? I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
How?
That thing was on fire. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used the Shishichito to alter the way the wound looked. I love saying that word and I say it wrong every time deliberately now.
Shito.
I know, but I like saying it more.
So you moved the body?
Yes! I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fae clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Dixon was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin.
A terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor. I intend to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body, but...
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. What the hell? What are we going on here?
Yeah, this is getting really weird.
What'd she say back? So you waited until everything was over before making a move? No, it's not like that.
She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes.
Haven't we all at some point?
It's not surprising that she was a little timid.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
That's because you're, like, useless. Isn't it your job as the judge to mediate the argument? It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done. Again, self-defense, so it still doesn't matter. How do you know she's the head?
Yeah, how?
So then, you knew. You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey. Yes, of course I did. That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position. Anyway, she was a very special person indeed.
Wait, wouldn't she have noticed the talisman if she knew about that?
That's true. She recognized the name just fine.
And Misty had the talisman. So wouldn't she recognize Misty as the Grandmaster?
She should, but let's keep going. So I removed the body from the inner temple myself. I'm impressed, honestly. Why did you do that? Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. And then I felt like admitting it later on.
Have you ever tried to carry a body? It's not easy.
I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene.
You moved her body all by yourself?
Yes, I did. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow. The snow, huh? Okay, I don't believe she dragged it all the way across the bridge. What time was this at?
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge. And at the time, it was pretty much like a ball of flame. It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age.
It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold.
Well, then I guess I'm not an idiot because I caught a cold. But there's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into Eagle River? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Hazakura Temple.
That's a good point.
I thought it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible.
It makes perfect sense to me. No! Eagle River is like the perfect place to throw a body in. We already know this.
Yeah.
For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple. What time? The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later. Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge. This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? Yes.
Yes.
I think it would be the tracks.
Yes.
We don't care about the snowmobile itself, but we want to know when.
Yeah.
If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at the trial yesterday. Yesterday's trial, whatever. Are these the tracks from that ride? Yes, I think they are, but I can only see one set of tracks here. I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple. Hold on, what's this weather report say again? 10:45 lightning was struck the bridge.
Yeah.
The snow would have had to
Yeah.
have been stopping a good bit by the time she left
Plus,
to get rid of the old tracks and not the new ones, which is at
the bridge,
10:50.
plus the bridge would already be on fire.
So yes, when this is happening, the bridge is likely already on fire.
Yeah.
I see. Snow is still falling, huh?
And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. Which means you crossed the bridge while it was on fire.
Yeah.
That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
It's
very
very
important.
important.
When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. That doesn't make sense if you stack up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony.
But does it have something to do with the case?
All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record.
This should be fun.
Stop with the coffee. You're gonna go through your quota in this one trial.
You get this snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped, so that's there. But I don't like this because if the murder took place when the snow stopped, the bridge is on fire and she could not drag it all the way across.
Yeah, but I think we have to present it at the part where she says the thing.
I don't know. Here's the thing. She is saying she dragged it across a burning bridge.
Yeah, but I think they've leveled
I
it.
think this is where we have to do it. I think it had to be added to the record so it's officially saying the murder took place when the snow stopped.
All right, let's try then.
So she's saying she dragged it across a burning bridge? I'm impressed. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible. What? This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire. What did you say? Wait a second. Iris should actually know this already.
Yes, Iris should know this.
Is this not Iris? Is this actually Dahlia?
I get a feeling this was Dahlia, and Dahlia did not know.
Oh my god. Yeah, Dahlia wouldn't know. Iris would. The bridge? It was on fire?
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it?
She's been hanging out in the courtroom. This is kind of canonical that the defendant is in the courtroom the whole time.
Yeah. It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
What? But it can't be. It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. No! This voice sucks.
Order, order, order!
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body.
Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you.
Get out, that is a penalty.
Old man. Me? How dare you?
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now.
Yes, it does. Squat?
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yes, of course, but...
It was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not. There are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Dixon was discovered in Hatsugura Temple courtyard.
Correct.
And second, they had none, since the bikini witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Dixon's body.
He makes a good point on both accounts. That's right. I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night. I was possessed by my evil twin sister.
Wait, what?
I mean, nothing. I mean, that's the only logical thing I can come with at this point. So my memory is still somewhat hazy. Lies, bitch. You have stood at the witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
It is only human to err. You're so perfect, right? Maybe you can explain this for the court.
By all means, I will. Godot, you are the murderer.
Huh?
But what is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burned down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard.
Is my catapult theory correct?
Perhaps you have some kind of explanation for this little magic trick?
Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt-out bridge. She flew! But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
So help me if you say her things are accurate because of that. You're an asshole.
I might have an
Stop
idea.
with the coffee.
I might have an idea. This is gonna sound weird. You remember that we saw there were suspension cables for the bridge, right?
Yeah.
What if you tied the body to one end of the suspension bridge next to the inner temple and cut it, and it would, right down to where Heavenly Hall is?
Oh my god. They Tarzan to this shit?
That's an option, I'm just saying.
Ugh.
You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
Yes, I am. She's saying she crossed a burning bridge by dragging a body. Ah! Why are you freaking out? She said, I crossed a burning bridge.
All right then, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. Will this be her final testimony? I don't know, maybe.
Moving the body. Let's see.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it moved? Or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Yes?
Yes.
Are you saying that there's a way to cross a burning bridge? You flew! I really hope we don't go with that one.
So it was just a misunderstanding, I see.
This is a photo of the dusky bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident. Aha!
Oh my god!
I think I knew it. I guessed it.
It certainly was burned to a crisp and...
Oh my god! Oh, they Tarzaned this shit.
I think they Tarzaned it.
One of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
Oh my god.
How did I guess this?
Clearly it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Yes, it certainly would, Your Honor.
Yep.
Alright, once I do some discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. Maya will be accused of murder. In self-defense! She shouldn't be accused!
Right, I'm only going to say it one more time.
Also, Godot, if you cared about Mia so much, why are you so against Maya?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it because she's not as sexy as Mia?
I get a feeling that there's something weird going on here with Godot, but it's only human to err, and only humans can spot the errors of our ways.
The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes.
All right, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Great, it is the final. Moving the body. Ugh, this is so stupid. I mean, if we're really going with the Tarzan shit here, where's Larry's awesome painting?
Yeah, that.
I mean, as I said, flip it upside down. If you with the whole thing in the middle, whew, it flies across.
Yeah.
Are we just going to present this here just for funsies at this point?
They might not be.
Because
it might not be on that one. It might be on.
I think it might be because it's saying there's no other way across unless you fly.
Isn't that what she said on the third one though? If you go through her testimony.
I thought we're on that one. There's no way to move that body.
Yeah, but check through there should be one more. Yeah. No, one. Yeah, there. You add one more ahead. That one.
But is that the one? Because this is asking if we're saying that. Well, this one is a fact.
Yeah.
These games are very picky. We're trying to find a contradiction.
That's true.
So are we seriously going to present Larry's thing here to say, yes, there is a way to cross that bridge to move the body?
Yeah, I think so.
Screw it. Fun.
Oh my god.
A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
What?
This is so stupid.
You're saying it's possible. Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air.
I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen.
Monstrous! Who is this witness?
I can't chicken out here. I've got to keep out on the attack and go, go, go! Miss Elise Dirkstim's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Loris Dirkstim! Oh my god.
Brilliant? Highly gifted.
Apprentice? Remember what he said in his testimony. That night, he was at the Mountain Shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. They keep showing this stupid thing like that.
Yep.
I think you've all seen this sketch before. It is quite good. It is an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night.
Are you serious? Today's not April's Fool's Day, is it?
No, sir.
Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air?
Technically, no.
Are you using this pathetic scribble to support your argument? Pathetic?
Dude, that is just rude. Also, you were claiming, or you were believing that, a magician could fly. So shut up.
Yes, but I learned from that.
Uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket.
Well, Wright, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old. Does this sketch prove anything? Damn! Oh!
Dude! I don't know what 6-year-olds you know that can draw that well.
Yeah, because that is honestly impressive.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. That's literally a hint right
Oh my god!
It's literally
upside down!
It's literally a hint right there.
It is, yes.
If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with a sketch?
Okay, let's flip it upside down.
Yeah, sure.
Upside down? Why did Godot say that?
Oh my god, is he in on this? Is Godot actually in on this to try and save Maya?
I don't know anymore.
Which is actually why he might have been shocked to find out that it actually had written, there was Maya written on the lantern.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know anymore, Godot.
Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whiskerface is going to forgive any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. This sketch drawn by Lawrence Dirksen is a complete contradiction, right? It's not evidence of nothing, and we know it didn't, she actually didn't fly.
Would it be
So it has to be a
or would it be exactly what happened? We just have to turn it upside down.
But here's the thing. Exactly what happened is she flew. These games are picky, remember that.
That is true.
And we know she didn't fly.
So it's a complete contradiction then.
So yeah, it's a complete contradiction, I guess. Something is obviously funny about this sketch.
I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Lawrence Dirksen stated over and over again that this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. It contradicts reality?
Huh. This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, Wright. So what exactly contradicts reality as we know it? The body?
One of these suspension wires, I think.
It might be the suspension wires.
I can't look at the past thingy, so... Because I didn't look at the bridge enough.
It would be the suspension wires.
Yeah, I don't know which one, though, so screw it. It's this wire connected to the bridge.
The wire?
I mean, yeah, the wires, they don't connect upwards first off, so...
Yeah, they are connected on the, below someone.
Yeah. Where's that photo? Yeah, they're all connected below. And this one here in the middle that's going all the way down, that one would be the left one, I'm assuming. It'd be connecting to the left side.
Yeah.
If this is flipped. I hate these things.
Is that the thing that contradicts reality?
I hope so. It is indeed.
And show us the reality that it supposedly conflicts with.
Okay.
Show us something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality.
The photo of Dusky Bridge?
Yeah?
Don't know anymore.
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes. Now, compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the god wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge...
Jumping Jehoshaphat!
I think it's Jumping Jehoshaphat.
Jehoshaphat!
What the hell are you saying that? The wires are below the god wires.
What? Order! This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong?
Or perhaps he just drew it wrong.
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong.
No, I'm not, actually. With someone like Loris, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason?
Are you saying you know the answer to that?
Yes. Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Loris was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited, and finally, he laid down. But then, lightning shot from the sky and set the bridge aflame. Now, ponder what sort of position Larry must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back. I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Oh! No way.
Lois Dirksen witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down!
So then, this sketch should actually be...
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Lois Dirksen's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. Please tell me Larry's just watching this. Like, yes, my sketch is coming clutch. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. We Tarzan'd this shit.
Ridiculous. Order, order, order! All of that things to say. That pendulum?
The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And a pendulum was the only way to get it done.
Let's think about this for a minute, shall we?
I've thought about it for many minutes.
Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff.
Yes, that sounds right.
In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you'd need a rope at least 10 yards long.
Which is how far she fell as well, actually.
Yeah. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead.
Objection! Now give me a moment. The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident, so it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them.
What?
I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum?
Are we just going with this again?
Yes, we are.
I hope they have an animation.
And the meaning of this is...
If you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard.
Oh! This is one of the wires from the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise Dirksen's body. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god! Wow! They literally did toss it!
Oh my god.
Do you have any idea how many times that could have gone wrong?
There's about 1,000 ways that could have went wrong. Oh my god. Oh my.
That is hilarious! They actually toss at it!
Oh my god. Okay. Because there was simply no other way to move the body.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Mr. Godot!
How much coffee is in there?
It seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high, so I suppose that's not an impossibility after all.
How's there coffee in there?
Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen?
Yes, it did.
Yep. Try it. I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung like a pendulum? Technically, we do.
Her autopsy?
Yeah, an autopsy.
Body fell 10 feet after death.
Yep.
I guess? I don't know anymore. Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped.
Yep.
Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple.
So then, that was the spot where the criminal?
Wait, did that actually update in the map and we never noticed it? Yeah, it did.
Oh my god,
we
it did.
never actually noticed it. Unless it updated secretly. Because I also recall this bridge being empty looking at other times. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it just updates randomly. Yes, precisely. Now, let us consider the body's movements by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here... Oh my god. It would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point, which is similar to where the sphere thing was found.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. What? What makes you think something like that happened? Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped from some distance. What kind of evidence? Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose. That's... Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off of Miss Elise Dirksen's staff. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found.
Indeed, I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found... Ah!
Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed. This is getting more and more ridiculous by the minute.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with weight the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive.
Oh my god!
Mr. Wright!
Oh, this cold coffee might help you cool down. Oh, at least it was cold.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godot?
Who gives him his coffee?
But now I got some warm coffee. That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Wright. But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma.
Huh?
A coffee's most reliable accomplice is the deep and profound aroma.
The rest of the court doesn't speak coffee-nese. Can you elaborate a bit more?
If the criminal had sent the body to the other side like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it. And that's actually where I think Iris might actually have been. I suspect Iris might actually have been an accomplice, but not in the way we think.
Wait a second.
An accomplice?
Then who was channeling Dahlia?
I think that's what I don't know.
It has to have been Maya, because Pearl says she couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So who collected the body?
Iris?
What do you have to say about that, Wright?
Mr. Godot is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on Hazakura Temple side?
I think it was Iris.
Okay, sure. I don't know. It can only be you, Sister Iris. Huh? But I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
Wright, were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on the cleanup duty in the temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godot? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge, which means it's now a fact that this occurred, something you should have already known. No! I had no idea! I didn't know anything about a pendulum! But the body couldn't have been passed along the other side without your help, so you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing, unless you're not really Iris to begin with. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm really going with it being Dahlia.
Oh my god. How can you say that, Mr. Wright?
What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple? You serious, Wright?
Oh my god.
You mean that this woman is?
Oh my god. There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now, I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. So I wasn't just imagining things. There really was Dahlia in here.
Oh my god.
I really was seeing Dahlia. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya.
Oh my god, this is genius.
It is. But oh my god. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is...
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh my god. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, you demonic witch. Let alone see you. It's been a long time. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister, and you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless. It's just your imagination, Gramp.
This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine!
I didn't want to hear his voice again.
No, the place all mine!
Why do we have to hear his voice again?
But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month.
You forget, the spirit mediums exist, dude.
So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom. Right, because you died.
What?
Not only that, but... he probably knows about the spirit channeling shit.
Yeah, I get the feeling Godot knows a lot.
Order, order, order!
Wait a moment! How can you... my sister... she's already dead! What kind of... You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the crane channeling technique flows within that body.
The crane channeling technique? Now where have I heard that?
That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. My god.
Oh my god. What an exciting story. Exciting but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone.
No.
On the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was.
Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes.
We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens?
No, we're not. Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions. How long was this planned? Because 1 year ago was when we first met Pearl, right?
Yeah.
And that's when her mother got arrested. So this has been in motion for over a year.
Very likely so, yeah.
Which means Dahlia knew her execution date. She had to have known the execution date.
Yeah, she might. Yeah, she would have had to know that.
Oh my god. This 4D chess.
Yeah, this is really 4D chess.
Yeah. What's that? These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled that night. There were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple.
The 2 of them?
Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Do you even know what you're saying, right?
What the hell is happening?
Yeah, this is weird. This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. We're just currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
What? How would you know that?
Calm down, remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting since the Bikini and Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been stranded at the inner temple due to a lightning strike.
This animation.
Yeah. It was later that the body was moved by pendulum.
What the hell is going on? That's right.
Naturally, that would mean that Iris had received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
After being notified of what happened, the police came to Asakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at a detention center.
No, not all the time. There could have been a switch.
That could have been a switch indeed.
Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that. Whew. Thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced. But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced the Iris here is the same one from the other night.
Huh. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous.
Indeed I am.
Because this whole thing is ridiculous. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places.
Yes.
Switch places?
That's exactly it, Your Honor.
To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Hold on a second. Pearl can't be channeling Dahlia. We've confirmed that. She's been trying and cannot, which means Dahlia has been channeled this entire time. Elise is dead, and they just confirmed, assuming they're right, that Iris cannot channel Dahlia. That leaves Maya.
Oh my god.
If Maya has been channeling Dahlia this whole time.
Oh my god.
I don't know where Iris went, but oh my god. This is seriously Maya channeling.
This is weird. This is weird.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hatsukura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, there has been.
Yep.
There was. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Oh no, what do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about free like that?
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris the chance to move freely about was...
Edgeworth.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
Earthquake! Oh my goodness! The inner temple! This kind of tremor might!
How could I have been? She fled. She escaped.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hot damn.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here, no judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling it.
Be quiet! It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice.
I guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask her for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. Damn, Godot.
Dahlia Hawthorne, in my current profession, permanently retired.
So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
Damn!
Okay, I like that look.
Damn! Holy shit! What is going on here?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again, and I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself.